tractor. Not sure if he's going to do that if I tell him to, but whatever. This Hago on the central position. The middle point has now been neutralized. The Commonwealth are capturing it, and this guy's going to get in the tractor. One hell of a vehicle to get. I don't know why they're allowed in the game, but it's not exactly game breaking. They don't do jack all. And I'm sorry, it's that time to get a drink again. Chubby Arm does have a Crusader light tank, very good against infantry. Excuse me whilst I take a drink. I got watered down myself. Yeah, this is the third game I've casted tonight, and well, actually it's been 5. There's been some games where people have quit, and I don't want to really upload those. You don't want good sportsmanship. This Isuzu tank gets hit by the AA gun on fire. I'm not sure if that's eventually going to lead to explosions. Usually, you know, in games like GTA, or at least from what I've learned, engines on fire means explosion. Case for the Mythbusters, I'd say. And we have some a couple of Chi-Ha tanks now, as well as some special infantry from Constantini. And it seems yet again they're going to be heading towards the centre. They need that central position. The points are not moving for anyone right now with that point neutralised. And the Commonwealth are slowly creeping up on this right-hand side. Gonna be nullified by the fact that Ace of Spades is moving up on the left-hand side, so they could be trading one point for another. And the central position has been captured. Gonna keep looking at this battle. Kroot Kinshaper has machine gun on the road. Nice opening. Machine gunners do really well when the ground in front of them is open, but he actually gets taken down. I guess these guys were a little bit too elite for them. Scrolling over here, we have a Chi new tank and an AA tank. He bumps into the tank, and that guy actually gets sent flying. I'm not sure what this AA tank was trying to do. It didn't disable these. Oh, it's not a Chi Nu, it's a Chi-Ha. All these Japanese tanks are very confusing. I'm sorry, I must admit that. But this guy, that's quite awesome. And what do we have here? We have a tractor. The tractor from earlier. It's actually taken this long for it to get over to this side of the map. Yes, don't use these to try and get your fast rush into the center of the map or anything. No way is that going to be faster than infantry. Even this little guy on the right can keep up with it. Going to hide behind the AT, moving up slowly using the cover. Excellent movement of infantry. Just keep them moving from cover to cover. If they do get engaged, at least they're somewhere safe or close to safety. On the right hand side, Chubby Arm has brought a Cromwell, once again supported by a half track. I've seen a lot of this recently, and was just checking over on that left hand side because it seems fairly weak. Only 2 red dots there. Ace of Spades is going to be capturing that territory soon. Meanwhile, in front of us, what we see is the half track and the Cromwell tank moving up. Infantry not going to be enough to deal with this. Japanese infantry, that is. And the Chi-Ha tank takes out the half track, so the infantry are kind of safe as the Cromwell is going to be focusing on the Chi-Ha from Constantini. And straight away hull damage, so they're in big trouble now. If the Commonwealth bring up some infantry to take this zone, they could very well flank into the centre as well. They're going to have to reinforce that pretty damn quick. And a 200mm rocket, I love that. Ace of Spades is going to bring some delightful visual effects to this battle. Second squad of Anzacs, this time from Kroot Kinshaper, hiding in the potholes. Well, not really much potholes, they're shell holes. Potholes for roads. Very tiny, although maybe they're big. Don't know. I'm not a pothole expert. Interesting fact there. I am not a pothole expert. And let's get back to the game on this right hand side. Constantina casually strolls these guys as if it was like a walk in the park. I'm going to go over that hay and that sandbag, yeah. You want to join me? Sure, cheerio, pip pip. I don't know why they've turned into British. They're definitely not British. Medium tank Cheeto. Now, a lot of medium tanks in this game, not much saving up. Both sides actually bringing quite a lot to the field straight away. So I don't think we're going to see any, big heavy tanks on this field today, but plenty of action we shall have as lots of small units battle. These Anzacs now move up, trying to take this right-hand side. Keep pressuring it. The Cromwell moves a little bit towards the centre. We have a tank destroyer that's just been destroyed. Someone pinged it for me. I'm not sure if they were saying, "Look here, I've destroyed this," or if it was just this needs being taken out. One of the two. I do appreciate it when people ping me some interesting points going on. It makes my job a hell of a lot easier. And this Cromwell keeps vanishing because of the fog of war and there's no sight on it. But as soon as it fires, it takes a shot straight away. Hull destroyed in one go. It's kind of not nice for the Commonwealth. And look at the flaming wreckage we have there. Beautiful sight, lovely, wonderful. I loved seeing it. Bit of blobbing action going on here. We've got a Hago, a Cheeto, an AT gun, and infantry. What a wonderful day it would be for artillery just to rain down right now. It would be a big advantage for the Commonwealth, and especially Chubby as he assaults the zone. He's neutralised the point. But there's just not enough to counter this huge amount of forces, overwhelming the enemy. And what do we have here from the Commonwealth? Crude Kinshaper has a Mark 7 Churchill heavy tank slowly approaching this open field. If there's anything AT, is there an AT on the field? No, there isn't. Although there is a 200mm. You know this is going to fire. It fires. Is it going to hit though? No, it hits the rear, kind of too far away. It really needs to be a direct hit for this to be effective. Rockets, generally, from my opinion, or my perspective in this game, is those rockets from the Japanese, they do incredible damage to infantry, high radius, high blast effect. But when it comes to tanks, they need to be a dead-on hit, and usually it's only like a repairable damage. Cheeto charges on the battlefield to try and go head-to-head on this Churchill. In fact, using the cover, not going to be going head-to-head. Going to be using some sneaky tactics indeed. Good tactics, good plan, good execution. Ace of Spades definitely getting the man of the match, most valuable player in this game. But you know, all I can see is from the Japanese perspective. There's probably a lot of good stuff that the Commonwealth are doing as well. These guys are friends, and usually friends means equal skill. I don't know how that works, but it just usually does, for some magical, whimsical reason of unexplainingness. I'm urgently wanting to see this 200mm rocket fire once again. I don't know how long the reload time is. Presumably pretty damn long, considering how effective it is. Here it goes! It's been detracked, so we should have a good shot, and only the crew is injured. That guy's definitely... in fact, he is alive! He gets blasted out the tank somehow, and he's unconscious, but he's definitely alive. We can see the yellow dot. We've got artillery firing on this MG. Yeah! Hooray! Lovely. Absolutely lovely stuff. And the heavy tank, the Churchill heavy tank from Kutkin, is able to fire on this tank from Ace of Spades, the Cheeto. The Churchill is getting repaired, track damage once again, even though it was already completely broken. But that battle is going to go on. Hopefully see an explosion sometime soon. I'll keep my eye on the background. This point still neutralized. The Japanese are capping it very slowly. Lots of infantry battling going on there. And this AT gun's moving a little bit too close for comfort, but I guess he's wanting to get rid of any armor approaching. He's almost capped that zone. Smoke's off in the middle. Churchill and Cheeto still at it. Ace of Spades and Crude Kinshaper locked in a battle. Artillery going down. A little bit off-center though. More artillery going down. We can see an officer running away behind that building. And there's that lovely sound of incoming artillery. Two more, two more. Wow, there's one hell of a delay on that. Sorry for the pause in silence. I'm sure it's nice to have a break from my voice every once and again. Once in a while, once and again. I'm completely losing it. Too many games tonight. But that Churchill is still alive, and a 200mm rocket is being fired once again. Will it hit this time? No, he's going to fire into these bushes, eliminating any harmful bacteria that may have existed there. Could have done some harmful damage to infantry. The assault continues on this right hand side. Chubby Arm being very relentless on this sector. Definitely a good idea to make the opponent fight on his side of the map. Means he's constantly having to repel your attack and he's never going to attack your zone. Aggression works in this game just like any other defenses also work. If you've got solid defenses, the enemy's just throwing stuff at you. I suppose really, you know, all that matters is your opponent's taking heavy losses and you're not. So long as no zones are being traded for that loss. More artillery. There's just lots of flares going off on this central position. And one of the guys survives 2 of the artillery blasts. And, you know, he eventually gets taken out. No one's going to survive in artillery. They're pretty easily dodged. And wow, look at this vehicle. Not sure what this used to be, but the tyres are completely crushed. That looks awesome. A 5th tyre there. I guess it was on the back. No mystery, you know, logically it must be on the back. And a Comet tank now appears on the field. We've seen a lot of vehicle combat in this game. Kroot Kinshaper has brought pretty much. And what is the hell this guy doing? Constantini! That guy has like some bamboo rocket launcher, mega awesome stick, and he's right behind this Daimler. I'm pointing it out to him now. I'm hoping he sees. Come on, 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 do it. You can do it. You can do it. Look, there's a fuel canister right next to that tire. It makes an awesome shot. Or the rear, just anything. Now the Daimler's going to pull away and it sees that guy behind him. There's a shot from the front with a bazooka. What the hell? What? Are you trolling me, Constantini? What? How? Is that part of your plan all along, to sit a guy right behind there and then just fire from the front? Are you just making my life hell? Oh, I don't know, but it was still pretty good. More artillery going down in the middle. Some guys retreat from Kroot Kinshaper. Well played. He has that zone. That zone's not going to go down. The zones remain in your control. When they reach in 100%, you don't need infantry to stay in there and babysit the zone. This Comet tank is got a pretty good sight over that area, though. There's a few craters you could hide in if you can get some troops there, and that's exactly what he's going to try and do, but they get gunned down before they can get there. They need something to take care of that Comet. We've got some guys approaching behind this little haystack, but they're spotted by infantry and the tank. The tank pulls away, and this guy's dodging bullets, but inevitably goes down. And the Churchill is actually still alive. I would have thought that was pretty damn inactive. Did not notice. My eyes kind of very narrow vision. I'm looking at very specific points in the map. We've got a lot of infantry moving in on the central point. The points are ticking up for the Commonwealth forces at the moment. These are some special guys, mutated, bred for war. I like Brad. This guy not equipped to take out a tank though. He's going to duck behind cover. More artillery taking out this barn. I think it was a barn. I'm not sure what it is now. It's just like a wall. The sandbag line goes down and those guys get catapulted away. 200mm firing away again on this little machine gun post, I think it is. Yes, it is. And the Churchill not phased at all, not down. And the AA gun actually damaging the track of the Comet 1 medium tank. Surprising, actually doing fairly decent damage. Gets decrewed. And we got some side shots going off on the Comet from Ace of Spades with an AT gun. It has a nice position, got its own moat. Could use a bridge and some towers and stuff like that. But this Comet, this Churchill, all in grave danger. There's an AA gun being deployed in the field and another AT gun on the left hand side behind the trees, just being hammered now. And I can't believe this Churchill is still alive. This is one tough nut of a Churchill. More infantry moving up. The machine gun is protecting it, doing really well. That Churchill is not going to be able to move. It's got too much firing on it, but when is it going to go down? Half track, very aggressive half track from Chubby Arm. No driver in it, gets hit by an AT grenade. It looked like it was disabled then, but it carries on driving and stops